whether we believe in conspiracy theory, whether we believe in Jesus Christ our Savior, reality, when you watch out there, people dying.
Yeah.
And they're dying from the COVID.
Correct. And you know what I want to say too? Not only come to that realization that COVID is real and is affecting our people, but what measures are we going to put in place?
But the measures are there,
No. I am not talking about government measures. I'm off that. Right? I am talking about who have a backyard. Right? Who have a garden. You hear what I'm going? Because right now, everybody running to the supermarket. Who planting? Yeah. Are you self-efficient? Forget the government for now. Hear what I'm telling you? Forget the government for now. Because at the end of the day, you have a family to mind.
But let me just say, Robert, I do have a backyard.
Yeah.
And I planted my little tomatoes, my little sweet pepper,
Right.
my little pimento, wherever I have a pumpkin vine, wherever. Everybody a green fig tree in the yard.
Right.
I feed my family with that. For how long? Because let's be real too, Robert. When you planting them thing, you ain't getting much crop to say lasting you for a month or something.
I understand. But what I'm saying as well, let us put things in place still.
For ourselves.
I understand you might get fed up of green fig and things of that nature.
I don't get fed up at green fig. I love green fig.
You look like a little vision here and there. Right? But are we being self-efficient? You know what? Are we doing our own studies? Are we going and read for ourselves? Are we going on the internet and educate ourselves based on WHO? Are we doing these things? Or are we waiting for the CMO to come on the TV to tell us what to do? I am saying today, Trinidad and Tobago, be self-efficient. Don't be destroyed. Don't be destroyed for a lack of knowledge. It have been proven, precious, that when people lack knowledge, they are destroyed. I could come to you, precious, and I could say, precious, X, Y, and Z. And because you're my friend, and we will work together and everything, you believe that. You run with it. Without doing your investigation.
Robert, before I got into the media or whatever, I've been in the media for over 10 years, whatever. But I used to believe, because me, I want to believe people coming on TV or radio and talking things that are not true.
Right.
So everything you come on TV and tell me, I believe.
Right.
Until somebody like maybe you or, you know, somebody around me would come and put something in my head. You really believe that, precious?
Correct.
And then put something else in my head and have me thinking a different way. But before that, if you come on the news and you tell me, it's this, then it's this.
Yeah.
So you're right when you said we have to do our own research.
Correct.
Because information and out there. We're not living in the 90s again where
no.
now coming in play and only certain people have it. No, the information out there.
Yes.
Our leaders, the CMO, the health minister, yes, they have a responsibility to come and give information, but we have a responsibility now to go and verify that information. Or else you saying we will just run with it.
Yesterday, go ahead.
And, I saw a friend of mine posted something on Facebook, love going out to Lucky. Do you believe everything the government tell you?
Well, is it?
And I'm like, well, I don't want to believe that my leaders come in to
make a propaganda.
No, if they say and let me tell you something, they have the facts to back it up,
Yeah.
They're revealing it to us.
So look, I am telling those who don't have the facts, go and get the facts.
Because our health system is collapsing.
Yeah.
I now read on I think it's CNC3 or one of them, they have an article there where plenty doctors, plenty nurses, plenty people in the medical field testing positive for the virus.
It's serious.
And they are the ones who supposed to be taking care of us.
It's
so when
serious.
them get the virus, when them get infected and them put on.
So it comes back to my question. When they get the virus, when the people that helping us are helpless, can we help ourselves? The phone lines is open. The numbers to call is 3420081, WhatsApp 771-1791, and of course 466-5391. And I am asking today, are you self-efficient? Could you pick up, yesterday we was talking about books, right? We was talking about books and bookstore, the essential. Are we reading the books? Or are we using notice how we're combining them, right?
Yeah.
Right?
We have callers on the line.
We have callers.
Call us back.
Yeah.
No. They hang up. So call us back.
Yeah.
But you saying, are we self-efficient enough to go? Because we in our next lockdown. But it's not like we locked down for a month, for 2 months, 3 months. It's until May 22. That's what, 3 weeks.
Well, that's
are
where
you self-efficient enough to carry yourself through for that 3 weeks?
that's it. That is the question. I don't want to hear about the government and the government. No. Are you self-efficient? When the healthcare personnel is helpless, could you help yourself?
342-081-771-1791, 466-5391. Precious and Robert on your radio until 4 o'clock. Give us a call. You know, we just did we just had a conversation there. Yeah. We want to hear your input in it. We also asked a question: are you self-efficient enough to rally through the 3 weeks home?
Yeah.
And Robert tied it in with, your backyard garden, if you have food, whatever. Let me take a call. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Precious.
Hi,
Good
honey.
afternoon.
How are you going?
I good, be blessed.
Okay, well, all this stupidness going on playing out, can you play 10 and 36?
Oh gosh, we're not any play with yet. Why you so? But 10
talking all the way, 10 my
10
time.
call?
Just play that from here, 10, just tell them 10 and 36. Tell them man who say so.
All right, honey.
All right, no.
Okay, love.
Yeah, bless. Good afternoon. Oh, that one hang up. Call us back.
Call us back.
The lines are open. 342-0081.
We want to know. Are you?
771-1791 and
Are you? Of course, 466-5391.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Precious, and to the young man.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Precious, how could you be self-sufficient?
Uh-huh.
How could you be self-sufficient when the man who is in charge at Jenny's tell the government we have the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, touch it?
Yes.
So if your employer is crying out and he's your employer, what do you think is going to happen to the employees who are working at them?
Okay, so my question to you now, caller, is what are you going to do in that instance now?
No.
Are you going to go in a corner, am I real good, and cry and dwell on something? What you going to do? Tell me.
That is not going to solve the problem, my brother.
So what are you going to do? That's what I'm asking.
What am I? Well, I am self-sufficient in the sense, right? So I am on my own.
Right.
I get up in the morning and wherever I get, I say thank God. According to my uncle said, here we're going, we had to learn to eat saltfish and rice with
This is what I'm saying.
expensive,
This
eh?
is what I'm saying.
You understand? We had to learn to eat bhaji and rice for a long
Come on.
It took a long time.
Come on now.
You know that young people are eating no bash and rice and all fried chicken and chips.
If you notice, the last few days they say lockdown. Unless we line up by KFC.
This is what I'm saying.
Right, long time when we go in and cook a chicken on a Sunday, we hold the chicken this weekend. Next weekend. They're putting it inside the cube and what they call it? How you call it? Clean them out, purge them out.
Yeah.
No, they don't have them kind of. So you ask yourself why young people falling down so much? Because we are not self-sufficient. So in the Beatum, today, with all the land around the Beatum, for the beginning year under the pandemic, all they should already have a garden. All they should have been able to supply tomatoes and lettuce to So the people passing on the Eastern Main Road that should be able to stop and buy some lettuce from the people on the beatum, some tomatoes.
Come on.
You understand my point, ma'am?
Come on.
Enjoy your evening, Precious, and to the young man.
Thank you very much.
Blessings.
And that I love that caller. You want next call?
Oh gosh, I hung it up by mistake. Call the back.
Oh, you know, it's
I hung it
Precious.
up by mistake. 4200817711179146653911.
Call us.
Hello. Welcome. You're live.
We lost that.
Yeah, let me take this one. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Precious.
Hi.
Blessings.
Good afternoon, Robert.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So how are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. I'm good.
I didn't get you at all.
Well, you get you.
I am well self-sufficient.
Praise.
I have half a bag of 25-pound flour. I have a big bag of basmati rice.
That we were talking about.
I have about 15-pound mixed peas.
That we were talking
I'm
about.
quarreling with him because I'm almost a big pumpkin. I cut it up pumpkin up for 2 hours and cut my hand started to bleed.
Oh, Lord.
Like that. I have swordfish stuck up. I have fish stuck up. Precious, I learned that in America.
That is what you
mother,
have
not
to do.
everybody fortunate
Yeah,
like you.
that's
Some people
telling
live
you.
in mountain to mountain. They have nothing to
So
stick
Precious.
on them. When they get paid
I
just to
got
buy
paid
enough
enough.
grocery to last them out the month, and they're waiting for the month to end again to get more money to buy things month to month. Now everybody lucky like you are things stuck up.
Yes, Precious. And let me tell you something. I have a butter cooking oil, a gallon of cooking oil. I have a bottle of olive oil.
That's what we talking about.
Coconut
Everybody
oil.
fortunate,
And I have sesame oil.
But you,
I
The kind of oil
noodles
she
like
call it
that.
sesame oil.
But you know what, Precious? We can't eat this thing because my husband and I, we start to have to go on a diet. But if we have to eat a spoonful of rice and a spoonful of peas, we are self-sufficient. And once we have clean water in the pipe, we don't have to hear water, don't have a bottle of water. We go drink the pipe water. Because I drink it at an early 73 years old.
Right.
And I want the people to understand.
Right.
You ought to listen to the naysayers and the haters. Because it's only the haters who hate the government who try to tell them COVID is cured by correct. And what is it?
yeah.
You remember that?
Yes, I remember
Everything
that.
the UNC initially started to destroy this country, they're turning around now. And since we have Chinese memory, we forget what they did, all the mischief they created until Tim got to say get COVID.
Right.
Or you remember that?
Right.
Understand? So when it hits home now, they start to blame the government once with the Chinese, not Chinese, the Spanish. I don't remember when there was a man on Monroe Road with a warehouse that was guarding the Spanish people there early. And the black him. He have a big warehouse I don't know about them thinking already young. A person was in there, shake the shopping in the place. He's taking about 50 of them. And the man would get to go and check on them when he did go down to visit. He had about 200. He started going to the government to help them. When they was encouraged by the UNC, I could tell because it's there in history, it's there to research. You understand? So all this mischief they make, they train it back at the government, but we ain't forget them. Some of them will forget, but we ain't forget them. Young people already listen. Who will hear the feel?
Come on.
And competition for people one time.
Come on.
And every old dying. But we have children and all. And the young people getting it in the culture now. Take that. I don't behave for yourself.
Oh gosh, you say that, mother. Don't tell him to say that. Encourage him to do the
Precious,
right thing.
it was no saying, right? It was just saying that not everybody able to
Facts.
be like mother.
Facts.
To a degree, I would
Facts.
say. I would say to a degree. Here why? The old people have a saying, trip by trip, this fuller.
Robert, let me paint a picture here. We ain't even talking minimum wage in we category.
Right.
Minimum wage on the ground. People who working in them stores, who working in them fast food restaurant and thing. When them get paid, some of them getting paid weekly, maybe monthly. You feel everybody want to go price mart and full up trolley.
Right.
Some people simply can't afford to do that with their salary.
Noted.
So while it has some people in society could buy groceries to last them maybe 2-3 months, it have a big portion of society simply cannot do that.
Right.
Because their salary not affording them to do that. So
Right.
why you asking the
and-
question,
and-
how self-sufficient are you, whether we want to believe it or not? It have some people in society, they are heavily dependent through grants and their food card or whatever.
Noted. But what I'm saying is there's no means at all, no ways to put drip by drip, to fill a bucket. No means
When
at
you
all.
say
man.
drip by drip, what you mean?
Precious, I could buy something today and put on.
Let me Google.
I've
Robert,
done it.
Do you know how much time I go in the grocery on Charlotte Street and watching young women like myself when the cashier ringing up the goods and it gone more than what they have in their pocket. That a pull back down thing.
Well, yeah, it has happened to anybody. It's happened to me.
That is what I'm saying.
It's happened to
It
me.
has some people
Look,
could barely afford what on the grocery list for the month, much less the all kind of thing just put on.
right. So with regards to that, noted. But there's people that go in KFC and line up. Right? There's people going fast food every day. Right? KFC go and close down. Everybody running towards.
Let me take a call.
Yeah, take a call.
Good afternoon.
Right, good afternoon, Precious
And Robert.
Yes, my boy. Who are responsible for young people? You see, I want to put this. I over 40, right? And a wise man once told me, I understand the peer pressure. That the Bible says the poor will always be with us. People have eyes to look around. And people could come from an impoverished country from all over the world, Nigeria, Ghana,
Oh
Venezuela,
gosh.
and find a living here.
Oh,
They come from
gosh.
They have business, all kind of thing. We who born here, so you will let somebody come in your backyard and live better than you.
Come on.
So that don't answer a question to us. That we live in the richest country in the archipelago. Some foreigners come off a tourist ship last year. Right? There's always telling the coach at the side of the field to see the mistakes you making on the field. And one of the foreigners, when the media went on and asked her, what do you think about Trinidad? They said Trinidad, they came straight down from Antigua, St. Kitts, come down the road, straight down the archipelago to Trinidad South. They said Trinidad is the most developed country they have seen in the Caribbean. So then I'm saying we don't have a problem with opportunities. The poor will always be with us. But you have a responsibility to manage your life. How when I go to New York and Brooklyn, how man will be doing 2 and 3 jobs? How the same training is find all them things to do? I am saying, you see, we have to get serious as a people. And people is intent to look at African people like they're hungry. Because a lot of the times we cause us in ourselves by not managing our life. We could find all sorts of things to do with our money. When the month comes to pay bills, every man going running and hiding. Right? When time to put food on the table and contribute to them, everybody broken. Right? All the tricks and all the games we know.
Yeah.
Right? I am saying, yes, I understand what president. Not everybody could buy groceries in bulk.
Right.
But this is that time, as I say, I am for the government rolling out. I have friends, everybody feeling it. Everybody feeling it.
Yeah.
Too much blame, as Robert say, it's put on the government. There's nothing with no PNM or no UN.
Nope.
Yeah.
Every government change. One set of people that be complaining and taking China by an ethnic group who own all the business and everything. They manage their life and take and manage their life and sacrifice to send their children to school. They weren't always rich. They were the poorest in the society, and they still, in many ways, in the rural communities, it's still the poorest. But here you take the positive from other races and you apply it to your life. Right? If we just want to complain and look good, yes, I understand. Yes, I empathize pressure. But I'm saying, I see let them Venezuelan girls right wrong busy corner. Them pop a table right here and selling coffee. We travel pressure, you travel, and they bring the culture here. When they go Margarita and Venezuela, see them selling the coffee in the street. So they bring the same culture here. All them always well dressed, always smelling clean, women always looking good, they always well dressed. How them could come here and get so fat? As Denise Plummer say, the land of milk and honey. We're going through a little phase now. I am saying most of the times, Precious, is we mismanaging our lives. A man told me something, an older guy, and it stuck with me for the rest of my life. And people must listen to this. Managing your life is like managing a business. You rise and fall by the decisions you make. You live and die by the decisions you make. Yes, we know all the other issues. And I wasn't managing my life properly, and I fell. And I actually wanted to look myself in the mirror and say, it's your fault. And that's what I did again, to dig myself heels and come back up and surface again. And that is my message today. We could do better than what we just complaining. Thanks, people. Enjoy the program.
Thank you so much.
I love the callers. And it's not because I'm bashing anybody that don't have. Because I grew up in poverty too. I come from poverty. I am still on a level. I'm not better than nobody. But what I'm saying is, we had to start to think free and not in bondage. Let us liberate our minds. You understand? And not depend. Because, Precious, you just said you read an article. No.
What article I read?
You read an article, you said, eh?
What
And here we said, I told you, you see, it said that the nurses and them getting sick. The doctors and them getting sick. You remember when Granny used to pong a bush on me?
Yeah. But
Right?
I'm a bush girl. I prefer to drink my bush.
Right?
Than
I just saying now.
yeah, I know.
I just saying.
But we have plenty calls on them.
Yeah, let them come.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sir Precious.
Hi.
Good afternoon. I listen to all very attentively. And you see, I look at Oprah Winfield. And Oprah Winfield shows how poor people that have their money in their house, like buying 2-3 bowl sets, plate sets. You have these things stock up. They have 8 and 9 pairs of shoes. Yeah. And this is your money you have there. You cannot do it all one time, you know. But you just have it stock up there.
So you're talking about priority.
Come on.
Yes, because you buy things that you need.
Come on. Come on.
And most Trinidadians just want this and want that and want the other. Just imagine I hear 90 set chicken for $115.
Come on now.
How much chicken you could get with $100? How much chicken?
Come on now. KFC had a special for 110. Everybody run. I get text message, like, pop and buy this. Why we can't pop and buy some canned food and put on?
And put them home. You have to know to spend your money. You have to know to spend it.
I was school or no?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with herb tea. You see herb? All different type of herb my mother used to make. My mother was to be going in. And that's the tea we grew up on. And none of us never had to visit the doctor. None of us had to visit the doctor because the herb is to heal the nation. You understand? That's to heal the nation. No? Not only the doctor giving you, the doctor giving things to ease pain. But the herb. And you see, you spend your money wisely. What I was saying is right. You know what I mean? Did that job that's for the bucket.
Right.
Put a bucket on a pipe. And that stayed the whole night. Time in the morning.
It fall, it run over.
It run
over.
Yeah.
That is you put in it. But you have to learn it.
Yeah.
Learn it. Trinidad have money. Trinidad a rich country.
Yeah. Bring it out.
We still rich?
I am not poor, you know. I grew up in a family I didn't have.
And here, man, have a heated twist. When
All
we
right,
come
Paula,
back, eh?
Thank you so much.
When we
Thank
come
you
back,
so much.
have a heated twist.
So someone on the Facebook Live is saying, I made 2 grocery trips and I stock up. My daughter and I are staying in. And Marlon is saying, talk, caller, talk. Another person is saying, excellent contribution to the caller. That was when the other caller was talking there.
Somebody on the WhatsApp is saying that paycheck to paycheck happens all over the world, even though our parents tell us to save for our rainy days.
God, this caller calling so long. Welcome. Hello?
Hello, I have a little bit of time. Good program, and I enjoy the program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, one of my ideas is that, I'm going to tell you, peas have plenty protein.
Peace.
Only peas. Split peas.
Yeah.
Long time when jailers go in jail, they used to come out, puff up like frog because it's split peas.
Who is this?
Puff up like frog, yeah?
Plenty
But
lentil.
I never out of split peas. I never out of lentil peas. I just get allergic reactions when I eat bhaji.
Okay.
Other than that, I didn't know corner to eat my dal bhaji and rice.
Mm-hmm.
And some people shame, you know. Some people shame to eat them thing.
Now, yeah, that a long time thing, that big chef food there. Because that's a balanced meal. Protein, the iron, and then the carbs, I think, from the rice and stuff like that. That's a real. But if I could eat bhaji, I would eat that too. Also, too, when you have a simple diet, is have a healthier body. No, that I'm not telling nobody to listen on what it does eat and all that kind of thing. I do eat meat and things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a more simple diet that's out here with our health, with our healthier body. And to be honest with you, we're not supposed to really be consuming meat. Right? But meat it does help for you to get sick and diseases and all them kind of thing. Well, you know, it's an uphill to kind of convince people like that. But what I'm saying too, eventually, right, as things get tougher, you know, we need farming communities. I was hoping this is going to get a group together with brothers. Because, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
if you get a bunch of brothers together, and I don't want to use the N-word, if you get a bunch of brothers together, but nobody could dig up and plant land like them brothers and them brothers.
Well, that's it.
And them not doing it. If you understand what I'm saying. So
That's what I'm saying.
Eventually,
Mm-hmm.
you had to come up with a little committee or something, and once a boy unemployed or you know, end up with the sharp under the COVID-19 and things, and have a community where he could go. Well, we'll get together and build, you know, massive boarding structures where if you have a son or if you have a daughter, you could board with them, but you're living on the farming community itself.
Yeah.
And if you reach a little hopeless zone and thing, you could go there and contribute to the production of food. You know, eventually you get a little thing that could make flour and all that kind of thing as a unit and as a community. And we had to pass by this kind of eye better than one another thing now, but you
Yeah,
understand
correct.
what I'm saying. Because I've seen we had for some bacchanal with this COVID-19.
This is caller. This is why I came on air today to say, "Ole, be self-efficient."
Well, this caller song
Well
like
done,
himself.
well done.
Because-
Well, let me get somebody else a chance, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
because-
sense.
But
Thank you so
before
much.
we go to the next caller, here what I want to say that, Precious.
Put up the WhatsApp.
Right. Here what I want to say, right? Dr. Kit Rowley said, right? He said that he wouldn't be able to put out like how we put out.
And that was our warning before we actually reached the second lockdown.
Exactly. Right? So let me just say he come and he be ending on me and say we had to go for two months, God forbid, again. And I have nothing to give the nation. What are we going to do?
Well, if you was planting all the time, then you would reap
Uh-huh.
what you was sowing.
Okay, somebody is saying some people don't know.
Just simply don't know
Alexander.
how. Yeah, some
Yeah.
people don't know how.
Well,
And
this
some-
is why we having the conversation. This is why we having the conversation. I see in Tobago trying to call us.
This one? Good afternoon. Welcome.
I am Precious and
Hi. Welcome.
the guy here.
Robert.
Now, before God sent a storm, he just sent warning.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And since last year when this thing started, I talking about the following day, my son wanted to go down the road to buy a pizza. I said, that's done. I said, save your money because you don't know what tomorrow may bring.
Come on.
So in my house, if we used to eat chicken, rice, and peas today, we eating chicken and rice, or peas and rice. I talking about up to now, from since COVID started. I decided to budget my life different. That way, I am now able to save more money to prepare for this rainy day. I don't eat KFC, so that don't exist to me.
Right.
I don't eat roti. That don't exist to me.
You don't eat
I don't
roti.
eat doubles.
Yeah.
That don't exist to me.
Doubles,
But
you
what
don't eat.
sense
You don't eat
is going
doubles?
to the grocery to make groceries and then going outside to buy food. That is a kind of...
Yeah, nah, I just said the same thing. It is hard. Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying, you know. Because, and you know, I would say this. You go on the job site, check who run into the cafeteria or to the shop to buy it.
Come on.
Because that other race, the wife waking up 3-4 o'clock in the morning, cooking hot food, hot breakfast.
Hey.
That when they go to,
Your tea and
look
your
at the
Thomas.
houses they have, look at the land they have, look
No
at the
lie.
business they have.
No lie.
No, it's serious stuff.
We
It's
can't
serious.
take a page from that book.
Come on.
Something wrong.
You talk with
Something
real
wrong.
sense,
And
eh?
too many times we make excuses. African people most the biggest downfall, they don't budget their life. They don't. Listen, I prepare myself well for this rainy day.
Yeah.
The only thing I say in here,
Congratulations, sir.
I support Dr. Rowley 150% in what he's doing, but we have the worst opposition here in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Here why? All it can, listen, the opposition can't see beyond the stick for that. Let them come to the Prime Minister and say, listen, I put aside politics for now. This thing's serious.
Yeah, it's bigger
Let
than
me see how we
politics
can
right
put
now.
it
Yeah.
and get over this.
Come
the
on.
opposition not doing that.
Yeah.
He's talking about what picture the Prime Minister take out his man from down to
Yeah.
What kind of
And
politics is that?
yeah, this
people
and that.
Dying. All your same ethnicity dying too.
You know.
And listen what I'm telling all you. Remember I saying this before the year done. So this is an agenda before the year done. We have been over 600 deaths now.
Oh gosh, you call that
It's
now,
a
look at it in the
result.
atmosphere.
And listen, I'm not calling it this, but I'm telling all you what is. Because everybody who could call in and tell me, this vaccine, not saving you from COVID.
It's not
When
saving
you
you.
take it, when you take it, you could still get COVID.
You can still get COVID. That is news.
You could
That
get
is
COVID
news.
again. You could get COVID again. Even though you get it, right? So don't feel you can't get it again.
Right.
People, we need to wise up as
Come
a
on.
people.
Come on.
We need to
Come
wise up.
on.
We need to listen.
Bring it out.
And do the right thing.
We suffering because of this
Billions. Come on.
Thank you so much, caller.
Come on. How
The
much?
callers and them have a lot to say.
No,
and
this-
the
this-
excellent contributions.
Precious.
No,
This-
but
this
that-
is-
what he just said, I saw that on BBC, you know, a school teacher who was vaccinated with the COVID and within the space to get the second dose, pick up the COVID. you know.
But this is what I'm saying. Even if you get vaccinated, they're saying on news, international news, that you have a chance to still get it. So which means we don't know how long the storm is for. What I am asking, are you prepared for the storm? You know, when we get a hurricane warning, they say on the news, Nicky Crosby and all of them saying, prepare yourself for
Yeah,
hurricane.
we
And
just get the warning.
are we prepared?
Take this. That's it?
Yeah.
Take it quick.
Phone lines is crazy.
Good afternoon. Hello?
Push up the
Oh.
female.
No, no. Google. We just take our WhatsApp call there.
That's right.
Are you hearing me?
Yes,
yeah.
we're hearing you.
You share brief, innovative financial ideas that government and people can consider, right? In terms of giving cash and taking off. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
hearing
yeah,
you,
we
caller. Go
with
ahead.
you.
Yes, I am. So what I'm saying, tax incentives. People are talking while I'm talking, so I cannot hear myself. I don't know what is happening. But I would just like to say, tax incentives can be taken off of people in groceries and businesses, so that food prices. No, right now we don't have like a standard of bureau as before, where prices have to remain stable. But I was just only suggesting that taxes are taken off of businesses so that it will trickle down and groceries would be less for consumers. I would just like to also add that if let's say I noticed the Ministry of Culture has been linked with tourism once more. So I was just looking at that and seeing that money that is given to government can look at becoming publishers of musical work that is nation building and marketing outside, and the royalties shared among the writers can get, because many writers like myself who had contributed nationally, we get very little because people are not paying royalties or logging royalties to the performing rights.
Right.
Because we depend on live performance. So when government owns this and the music is distributed properly, they will get the royalties, the government, that is an interconsolidated plan. Because when you look at Marjorie Padmore, she was a writer that people used to sing her songs, but it was taken on board by government, like, God bless our nation. Those are nation building songs. But today there are a lot of young people with very good compositions, right? Government can give them an advance payment, which publishers do abroad.
Right.
So when you see when we die or writers die, the music live on. You're looking at Beethoven, you're looking at Bob Marley. These songs carry royalties, money, just like how oil bring money, but music is a lasting thing. And once it is properly done, the distribution part, that consolidated thing, government could be publishers linked with the performing rights. So when that performing rights, they are ownership. Whoever government then takes the turn of collecting that money into a consolidated fund. I'm just only saying this because you have a lot of people who are disabled. I receive a disability grant for which I am grateful. I rely on that. But there are people like myself who can still make a contribution financially by sharing these songs and so on, and can come off the disability grant itself because we.
Thank you so much, caller. We counting down to play some ads, and I have some information to share with you guys. So we're going to do this really, really quickly. Remember, Johnny Q's Hardware. You can get all your hardware building materials, your auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, as well as gravel and sand. All available at Johnny Q Hardware, located at number 15 Arapita Avenue in Woodbrook, and its new location, Lowlands Mall in Tobago, that's off the Claude Noel Highway. So for more information on Johnny Q's Hardware, you can give them a call at 63 Tools. And international cricket superstar Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Lendl Simmons, Riyad Emrit, and even Raymond Ramnarine and Rafi B have all been using Omega XL for joint pain and getting great results. So what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies or call Great Health Limited at 225-0410. And remember, so live long and stay strong with Omega XL. And whether you're baking, cooking, making a sandwich or snack, including Blue Band will help you to prepare great tasting meals that's sure to keep a smile on everyone's face. The world needs more joy, so spread it everywhere with Blue Band. So we're going to go back to the calls. Good afternoon.
Oh, Precious.
Uh-huh.
Johnny, I Jindia.
Yeah, man, blessings.
I don't mean to make no confusion.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to you, my love.
Well, I will take it for in the future.
You going to take it for in the future?
Yeah.
You know anything is possible.
All right, caller, thank you so much. You have a thing to play because we're already counting down. Yeah. There's this one.
Good afternoon, guys. Excellent program. And I think more and more the African man needs to begin to listen to what he needs to hear rather than what he wants to hear. And a lot of what you all are saying and alluding to is much of what a black man needs to hear. Not want to hear, but needs to hear. I think the biggest problem we have is the word government. We are allowing all the other races to fool us into the idea of waiting on government whilst they themselves are investing in land, investing in equipment, starting businesses, registering companies, and capitalizing on any opportunity that they get from the government while we sit by and wait on government. They have not always ever been rich. They were once poor, and they work themselves up through industry and activity
And this is a very interesting thing, Precious, that this guy is saying here in this voice note about blacks, right? You know, because our foreparents, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, did they take the initiative to teach us how to be self-efficient? Is the black man, right, self-efficient? If you get where I'm coming from. Is it predominantly the black race going through this?
I would say yes.
You will say yes?
Yeah.
It's predominantly the black race lining up by KFC, having nothing, because nothing was prepared for us. Nothing was left for us, and we was always dependent on the government.
And on everybody else.
What about the other races? Were they self?
They were prepared, and then they prepared their children.
So that's why I'm asking. The callers, I'm asking now. What do you think?
We have 16 more seconds counting down to our commercial break. So what we're going to do is go for that. And when we come back, we continue our conversation on the Street 919 FM. All right? You all keep it locked.